Subscribe,
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I've got something here that we're going to be taking a quick review on. This is a Genki ShadowCast, and it's something that I funded on Kickstarter. They did not send me a review copy. I actually went and bought this myself because I'm an avid gamer and I thought this could be incredibly useful to me. I do game streams sometimes here and there, and sometimes it's not really that great. I know it's not that exciting, but I still like to play games and have some people watch just for funsies. Now, the reason why I actually bought this device is because I have a monitor that doesn't have speakers, and so instead of having a TV and a monitor, everything is going through this curved monitor right now. And so with this, it can actually connect to your PC. It can actually connect to your PC and then actually play via on your desktop. Now, the only issue with this, of course, that is going to be the biggest question that we're going to be wondering is a little bit of latency. But let's go ahead and unbox this thing. I'm going to hook it up and we're going to definitely take a look at what this has to offer. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, you might want to, because we do a lot of cool musical stuff and lots of tech things and the sort. Yeah, please. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. This is the box. Play your consoles on your laptop or your computer, I guess. I guess it was designed for things to be portable. I think that they had the Nintendo Switch in mind. This plays at, it says that it plays at 4K 30 and 1080 60, I want to say. So as long as it gives me a good frame rate, that's really what I care most about. But here's the packaging, just like that. It comes off, it's nice and clean. There's a little fold out slide, comes out like that. And shablam, there it is. It's really nice and small. It's kind of nice that they say don't forget the cable on the back, just like that. And it's really just a small device. Now, you might be saying, like, what's the difference between this and something like a Cam Link? And I want to say from the bat and from the other reviews that I've seen so far, which we'll test here in a second, but the latency on this is supposed to be significantly improved as opposed to something like a Cam Link in that matter. But I think that, like, as long as you're not playing, which we'll test here in a second, but as long as you're not playing Super Smash Bros. Online, which, let's be real, if you're playing Super Smash Bros. Online, like, your lag is trash anyways. But you know, if you're playing something like, you know, like Mega Man X or Animal Crossing or the new Pokemon Snap, which seems really cool, then this could be something that could be an easy solution for you to use not only your laptop, but maybe something like this setup as a portable monitor. So we've got a USB-C cable, and I actually am like really excited about this because this is a really high quality braided USB-C cable, and I don't have very many of these, so I could just put that in my pocket. And then it also comes with a little bit of swag, which is kind of cool. A nice, cool dark Samus sticker, kind of like that, which I'll take it. I like stickers and stuff. So let's go ahead and plug this thing in, and this plugs into your HDMI on the back of your console and then plugs into this. I have a sketchy setup, so I'm not going to show you how to do that, but seriously, if you can't figure out how to plug in an HDMI, this is the wrong video for you. Let's go ahead and plug this in, and then we'll pull up the desktop. All right, so after getting everything hooked up, unfortunately, I'm using Streamlabs OBS on an M1 Mac, and I can't seem to figure out how to get the sound to come out, and that could just be an internal error on my part. If you guys are having any trouble, let me know. But right now we're looking at 720p at 30 frames per second, and this is not in the native app, so we'll download that in a second. But I mean, it seems okay. Right now the latency is pretty bad. As you can tell, it's very difficult to combo. Hold on, let me try one of my old CPU wombo combos. Yep, so I missed that. Let me see if I can get it from the other side. Yep, missed it. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty difficult in that sense. Let me see if I can get one of those kill confirms to come onto that. And for other games where that might not be so competitive or that might not be so frame perfect, I think this can actually be okay. It can be somewhat playable, especially in the likes of Animal Crossing or something, right, where you kind of just chill. But for something like that is going to be somewhat, oh my gosh, come on, somewhat competitive in that sense, like it's pretty difficult to try to get some of these things, and you are going to be at a clear disadvantage. Now for this, I mean, I'm starting to kind of have the timing down, but in any case, like it's still, I wouldn't recommend it in that particular case. That being said, though, if you're not playing Smash, which not everybody likes Super Smash Bros., and you just want to play a casual game, like I think it's totally fine. But let's go ahead and actually download the app, and then we'll switch over to a different thing. I'll still be recording through OBS, but I'll have the app, the native app up in itself. All right, so we've got the app downloading from here. You can just go to, no, I've already got one, bro. You can just go to genkithings.com. They've also got an online browser app, which I have not tried, but I might try here in just a second. I'm currently downloading that. Let's see if this is going to pull up. We will download the Genki Arcade. I will say, check out the reviews on this. This is pretty interesting. 4.7, magic, magic, magic. I always look for the bad reviews whenever I look at things, though, just to be like, okay, the app won't open, so I can't use my ShadowCast. Very disappointing. Sorry to hear. Hey, developer response. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if we can get it up and running. Again, this is on a Mac M1. That shouldn't really matter, but we're on an M1, 16 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, just so that way you guys know what computer specs I have. So far, the M1 has been, it's had its ups and downs. I love it for the performance of it, but I cannot stand it for how much trouble I've had. But the app opened up right away, and so we're already back into the game. I think that there's a Konami code to enter right here. This does feel a lot more responsive, so let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to try to put this a little bit closer to the camera so you can actually see. Toward the camera. So it's really not too bad. I mean, it's not the best, but would I still play Smash Brothers on this? No way. That's a hard no. But I actually get sound. It's definitely viable, and it's something that, like, you know, if you just want to play a casual game with your friends or something. But yeah, it's still kind of choppy in that sense. So yeah, there is some compressed things right here. I'm not actually getting 60 frames on this. You can also get a splitter for this to where it's going to your TV, and then it's also going to, you know, your computer, and it can kind of work as a capture card in that way as well. But overall, I mean, I think that for what it is, it's not that bad. And at times it actually plays pretty decent, and then at other times it kind of seems like it struggles a bit. But I definitely think that, you know, like I said, if you're playing single player games or you're playing stuff that doesn't, you know, require you to have Twitch finger, you know, frame perfect combos and all that stuff, then you might be okay. And there might even be something to where, like, you can adjust to that as well if you're really that good. I am really salty when it comes to Smash Bros. And if I don't, like, have the most optimal, like, play settings or something like that, then I tend to get really upset. There we go. Yikes. And that's not even like a true combo or whatever, but I'm just trying to flex a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely some getting used to with that, but I guess, like, we'll do one final test over here, which everybody's done, just so that way you can see how it performs on my specific experience. If we go down here towards the controllers and settings, and then we go into the calibrate test input devices rather here. So let's go ahead and grab the controller again and take a quick look. So if I hit the A button, it's very minimal for any other kind of games other than fighting games. Racing games, you should be fine. Devil May Cry, I don't know. Monster Hunter, you should be okay. Mega Man X4, you should be alright. But anything that, like I said, that's competitive, I would avoid. But it still has multiple benefits, even for me. So, you know, I can still get away with playing games on a different monitor or so, or playing Smash Brothers on different monitors. So granted, I shouldn't be playing Smash Brothers in the first place with how salty I am. You know, even something like Mario Kart I think would be fine. Something like Splatoon, I don't know. Warframe should be totally fine. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Let's go ahead and do that last test where we're going to check out and see if we can use the Genki Arcade website in order to pull this up. Okay, and now this is going to be the browser version. Let's see if we can get that to pull up. Hey, oh, almost. Okay, yeah, there we go. So this is actually through the website, as you can see up here. And instead of having the app, I guess if you have some kind of incompatibility issues or whatever, I'd argue that this is arguably, well, it's smoother performance for sure. But yeah, I'd say that it's actually on par with the app itself, which is pretty amazing. You would think about latency, but you can also tell that like the colors and stuff are a lot more saturated. I can definitely see that this is popping. Oh, come on. Okay, well that combo was a lot easier to do on the website, so... What? I don't know. Let's try this one. Nope. And these are just, you know what I mean, these are just trading combos, so take it with a grain of salt. But, oh, I think I need just a little bit of percentage here. Let's try it. Pro version strats. They don't call me Mars. They call me Neptune. I'm sorry, Mars. I know that you would whoop my ass. Yes. Yes. Feels so good for a low tier combo. Alright guys, so one last test I wanted you all to take a look at is how much CPU or how much, I guess, GPU percentage this takes on my specific computer as well. And if you look at the bottom right now, I'm recording and OBS is taking about 23% CPU, but also over here on the activity monitor, you can see that the Genki Arcade is taking about 18% CPU and the GPU is at 0. So this is pretty efficient in that sense. It's not really kind of taxing on your computer at all. I'd argue that more than anything, OBS or whatever recording software that you are recording with would be more. But in that sense, it should, like anybody with a computer should be able to run this. It's more so dedicated towards the hardware. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think that this is definitely something that has been worth it, at least for me. I do a lot of music production and sound design and stuff, so if I want to take a break or I just want to play something that's kind of chill and laid back, this is a great tool for me to pull up and just be like, you know what, I want to play some games for a bit on the Switch, but I don't have to stop the stream for that. And not only that, but this is a solution to where I can still get my monitor speakers to play through what's coming off of a single display. So Genki, I think that you guys did a good job. I think in the future, if there's anything that you can do to improve that latency, I will still buy the product. But it's close, man. We're just not quite there yet with that like zero lag pass through. I do have an Elgato HD60S and I was severely disappointed with it because there's a ton of lag. It's a capture card, right? And I haven't ran into a capture card that is able to do that where it's just a pass through just yet. But this is a great solution and it's pretty cheap. It's 50 bucks now if you missed the Kickstarter. But let me know what you guys think. Is this something that could be useful for you? I love to do gaming on the side. Hopefully this kind of tech review will be something that's interesting to you all to see whether or not this is for you. You guys want to see more tech reviews? I've got a bunch of tech lying around and I'm sure that I can talk about or something. Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content and I'll see you in the next one.